They'll run with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. This is taken around the 12. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down now. Barkley, and he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 20-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's got Lockett. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
Freeman again.
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. It's Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll look to run with Evans. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Darrington Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards.
At the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? From the shotgun, Wilson, flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Down and 7.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Got a man, it's Mims. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Darnold to throw again. The left side throw complete to Adams. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Pass them it is!
Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 84 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. First carry for Josh Adams, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the... back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun. Here's Darnold. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Here's Barkley, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
What's up, guys? Get in there.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And the lead is up to 14.
Next, the score, Seahawks 24, Jets 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We got this. Come on, guys, you got this. Let's win. Come on, this is our last chance.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, New York.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Able to connect with Mims. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the run, it's Barkley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 39, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 17.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Barkley. Barkley hit, and the ball pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and they end up making the play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The defense may be content to give him 9 there as it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Darnold now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. To the air again, Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
To throw again on second down. Darnold, and a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the pass. Game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Berrios. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Evans. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Jaron Reed on the
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former second-round pick out of Alabama, and that's why he was drafted. But he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.